Welcome to Emma's English.
Welcome back to Emma's English Talk, your favorite spot for mastering real-world English. I'm Emma. Have you ever walked out of a huge shopping mall, bags in hand, only to stare out at a sea of vehicles and realize you have absolutely no idea where you parked your car? It is such a helpless, frustrating feeling, standing there pressing your key fob hoping to hear a beep in the distance. Today, we're going to listen to a conversation about that exact struggle. For now, just relax and listen. Don't worry at all if you miss a few words here and there, as we'll have our word tour later to guide you through the vocabulary. Ready? Let's dive into the dialogue. Welcome to the podcast, Tom. Today, I want to talk about something that happens to almost everyone.
Oh, that sounds interesting, Emma. What is the topic today?
It is the terrible feeling of walking out of a shopping mall and realizing you have no idea where your car is parked.
That is so relatable because it happened to me just last weekend at the big city mall.
Really? Tell me about it, because I think we all feel a little silly when we are wandering around looking for our cars.
I was in the mall for 3 hours, and when I walked out to the parking lot, I had a complete mind blank.
A mind blank is the worst because you just stand there looking at hundreds of cars, hoping yours will stand out.
Exactly, and all the sections of the parking lot look exactly the same with those blue and yellow signs.
Did you remember which level you parked on, or did you forget that too?
I thought I parked on level 2 near the supermarket entrance, but that was actually from my shopping trip last week.
Ah, so your brain mixed up today's parking spot with an old one.
Yes, I was looking for a green spot near the entrance, but my car was actually on level 4 in a completely different area.
That is why I always try to take a photo of the parking section sign with my phone before I enter the mall.
That is a very smart habit, but I always forget to do it because I'm usually in a hurry to get inside.
I understand, because when we are headed to the shops, we're thinking about our shopping list and not the parking lot.
Yes, my mind is already in the stores thinking about what I need to buy.
And then when we finish shopping, we have heavy bags in our hands, which makes the search even harder.
It really does, because my arms were shaking while I was holding 2 heavy grocery bags last Saturday.
So how long did you spend wandering around the parking lot before you finally found it?
It felt like an hour, but I think it was actually about 15 minutes of walking up and down the rows.
15 minutes can feel like a very long time when you are carrying heavy bags and feeling frustrated.
I even started pressing the button on my car keys, hoping to hear the alarm sound.
That is the classic parking lot strategy, to press the lock button and listen for the beep.
But I was too far away, so the key did not work at first, which made me think someone stole my car.
That is always the second thought that comes to mind when we cannot find our car.
Yes, I started to worry and thought I should call the police, but then I decided to walk up one more level.
And that is when you realized you had lost track of where you actually parked.
Yes, I completely lost track of the levels because I took the elevator instead of the stairs when I arrived.
Elevators can confuse us because we don't see the floors passing by in the same way.
That is so true, because in the elevator, you just press a button and suddenly you're in a different place.
Did you see any other people who looked like they were also searching for their cars?
Actually, yes. I saw a woman who was holding her keys up in the air just like me and looking very confused.
It is nice to know we are not alone in this struggle because it is a very common human experience.
It made me feel much better to see someone else doing the exact same thing.
Do you think there are any good ways to avoid this problem besides taking a photo?
Some people use mobile apps that save your location when you park your car.
Does that ring a bell for you, or have you never tried using one of those apps?
It rings a bell because my brother told me about an app like that, but I never downloaded it.
Ah, so maybe it's time to download it, so you don't have to carry heavy bags while searching next time.
I think you're right, because my arms are still tired from last weekend.
Some malls also have smart parking systems now that show you where empty spots are with green lights.
Those lights are helpful when you arrive, but they don't help you find your car when you want to leave.
That is a good point, because the light turns red when your car is in the spot, so it doesn't stand out.
Yes, we need a system that lights up our specific car when we are looking for it.
That would be an amazing invention, and it would save all of us a lot of time.
Until then, I will try to remember your advice and take a quick photo of the nearest sign.
Just make sure you don't lose your phone inside the mall, or you will have two problems instead of one.
That would be a complete disaster, because then I couldn't even call you for help.
Well, let us hope that never happens to either of us.
Yes, let us hope so, and thank you for the great parking advice today, Emma.
You are very welcome, Tom, and thank you for sharing your funny story with us today. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our word tour. I want to explain 6 very useful words and phrases we used in our conversation today. First is mind blank. A mind blank is when you suddenly cannot remember something, even if it is very simple. For example, I had a complete mind blank when the teacher asked me for my phone number. Second is wandering around. This means walking around a place slowly with no clear direction or plan. For example, we spent the afternoon wandering around the old town looking at the shops. Third is spot. A spot is a specific place or area. In our conversation, we used it for a parking space. For example, this is a beautiful spot for a picnic next to the lake. Fourth is headed to. This means going in the direction of a place. For example, after the movie, we were headed to a restaurant for dinner. Fifth is lost track. To lose track of something means you do not pay attention to it, so you forget it, like time or a location. For example, I was reading such a good book that I lost track of time. And sixth is ring a bell. If something rings a bell, it sounds familiar to you, but you might not remember all the details. For example, that song rings a bell, but I cannot remember who sings it. I hope these phrases help you speak more naturally in your daily life. Keep practicing, and I will see you in our next lesson. Great job today! I hope you all enjoyed our chat about the everyday struggle of getting lost in a massive parking lot. I just loved Tom's story about holding his keys up in the air, desperately pressing the lock button, only to find another woman doing the exact same thing. It really goes to show that we are never alone in these silly moments. To help with your English practice, you can find the free PDF script in the description below. Also, please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming episodes. Keep up the great work. See you next time.